Hey, you know those cold opens on TV where like you have no idea what's going on and there's tons of action? Your pulse is racing and you haven't got a clue, but you're just going along for the ride anyways? Somebody wakes up in their bedroom and there's a burglar standing right there and a tussle ensues. Or we're like in the middle of a bank heist gone horribly wrong and somewhere outside a gunpowder wagon explodes and then the horse chase ensues. Now cold opens are super effective because what they do is they let you get all of the energy ramped up with none of the context, and it's that contrast that puts your players into fight, flight, or freeze mode. But even without any of the context, we still recognize the story shapes as they unfold, and we latch onto those until the intensity of the scene has passed. It's at that point as players, we just shake it off like a dog, regulate our emotions, and then we start to come down from the intensity of that emotional high. And it's at this point in the story that we generally get the context, and we as players begin to understand why the events unfolded the way they did. And then the aha moment sinks in. And my God, are they satisfying. So let's learn how to make one. You know what's also effective is subscribing to this channel and maybe hanging out with us in the Discord where we can talk, exchange some trade secrets, and just learn some cool, sweet DM tricks with each other. All the links are in the doobly-doo down below. We're going to seize on a singular emotion that you're going to use to build your cold open around. Is it ecstasy? Is it rage? Paranoia? Whatever word you choose needs to go here on your index card. Now, I'm going to play along here with you. So my word choice is going to be, come on guys, you know I'm a fan of spy thrillers and whatnot. I'm going to choose distress. All right, goblins, go find a song. I want you to find one that speaks to you, that encapsulates the look and feel and theme of this cold open and session that you're trying to build towards. This song and its lyrics are going to be the emotional core of your cold open. Read the lyrics, make sure they speak to you, and more importantly, make sure they speak to that theme word you just wrote on your index card. I'm running a Fantasy Mafia style game, so I'm going to pick Head Like a Hole because the song just rocks, and the themes speak specifically to the kind of game I want to run. Head like a hole, black is your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. These lyrics work with the theme word of distress. It's also rage. It's also open blanket defiance. These are the elements I want to bring to this cold open. Now I'm going to write it on my index card. Your turn. Please, for the love of God, find some way to get these lyrics in front of your player's eyes. If they don't understand the lyrics, then they're missing out on a major emotive component of this cold open process. Also, bonus points if your song lyrics actually have little clues, little Easter eggs about the session that you're building into. Players love that. And now for the fun part. So what is our flash bang action sequence that we're all excited about now? Is it a back alley brawl, a midnight tussle on the beach, a knife in a phone booth? Maybe it's a Darklands explosion that rocks your basement and sends arcane necromantic energy through the neighborhood. Use your song choice and theme word for inspiration here. So the idea is that right now we want our PC in a vulnerable position, you know, on their back heel, feeling, in my case, distressed, because, you know, it says so right here on my index card, and linger on the details. The stench of alley garbage on a hot summer night. New soot caking old crumbling brick. The raucous call of seagulls fighting over the last French fry. Anchor your players in time and place and emotion using sensory details. So here on my card, I'm going to boil my action sequences down to 1, 2, or 3 sentences. Something like, gang catches up to PC in a midnight alley and mugs him in a case of mistaken identity. Seagulls threaten grandma. See, that's all I need for mine. Now, you do yours. And remember to keep your action sequence in cahoots with your theme word and your song choice. Now, there's a little piece of knowledge that we're revealing to your players during the course of this cold open. We're going to call this the CoyFact, or CoyFact for short. So this CoyFact is a piece of knowledge that the NPC believes the PC has, rightly or wrongly, and they're going to do everything they can to get it from them. This is a good time to remember that cold opens are about an absence of context. So this is going to create a little bit of confusion with your players, and that's okay. That's what this is all about. Lean into it. So in my cold open, little gnome Pesci is on the search for some kind of a statuette that he believes that your PC is in possession of. So the existence of the missing statue is the CoyFact. Now, it's not important that the PC knows what the CoyFact is. What's important is that the player continues to react to the situations that are brought up in the scene. So in my cold open index card, I'm going to write An important statue is missing, and Gnome Pesci believes the PC has it. All right, your turn again. Write down your CoyFact on your index card and describe how your NPC is going to interact with it. So at some point in the scene, right about now as it happens, your player is going to need to know and understand the context of this kind of harrowing scene that they just went through as a player. I mean, we just put them through the ringer, so we need to bring them down a bit. The what and the why of it all. Why did the event even happen? Context. And what is the outcome of the entire scene? This right here is the moment where we need to get our player to understand the intent of the cold open in its entirety. They need all the facts at this point. So they get to fill in the blanks in this quasi-debrief. And what this does is this helps to de-escalate them from the heightened emotional state that we've had them in for the length of this entire scene. See, we want the character to remain in a emotionally heightened state, but our players require a little bit more TLC, and this is that. So in my Elfie Omerta campaign, I think I'll have Gnome Pesci and his goons leave the PC in a puddle on the ground, informing him he has 24 hours to turn the statue over before something bad happens to Grandma. Then, 10 minutes later, an NPC looking remarkably similar to the PC shows up and just apologizes profusely to the PC, saying, "I'm sorry, but I can't give this statue up. It's too important." Tell you what, though, I'll see what I can do about the grandma situation. So on my index card, mysterious body double has the statue. PC knew the whole time and kept quiet about it. And now it's your turn. Write your outcome on your index card. This describes succinctly who knows what and what is the outcome of the scene at the very end. Whatever is the outcome, this is a seed that you as a GM need to insert into your story at a future point. What that will do is that will help your player close the loop on this particular story bit. Weird, keep it, goblins. And remember, thanks for watching.